All right, it's such an amazing, beautiful Saturday evening over here. Welcome to the Librarian Spotlight May edition. You're welcome to the Librarian Spotlight May edition again. My name is Victoria Edozie, and it is such a delight to have you again live here at the Librarian Spotlight Africa. We do this every month, recognizing distinguished professionals doing amazingly in their field. And I am so delighted to have you, my viewers, join us today on this beautiful edition. Today, who are we going to be spotlighting? As you know, we do not spotlight ordinary people. We spotlight amazing people. The Librarian Spotlight, that is what we are known for. Spotlighting professionals doing outstandingly well in their field right there where they are resident. And of course, you know how we do it, going from the ends of Africa to one another end of Africa, spotlighting and bringing out those who are hiding out in their place to spotlight them. Today, we went all the way to Nigeria and we are going to be spotlighting Mrs. Martina Okwuchi Egwuibe, all the way from Kaduna State. We read her profile and we see how amazing she's doing. And we thought, why not spotlight her? Of course, she is doing wonderfully well. How do we know she's doing wonderfully well? Well, if you've not come across her before, this is an opportunity because you are going to be seeing the amazing things she's doing in right there in Kaduna State, Nigeria, where they are. My name is Victoria Edozie, and I am your moderator for on today's edition of the Librarian Spotlight Africa. Always here, ready and very agile. I am delighted to have you once more. Please, if you are joining us from wherever you are, do well to signify in the chat box stating where you are watching from live, and we are going to be spotlighting you here on the screen. If you're chatting us, tell us your name and where you're chatting us from, and we will do well to spotlight you in the chat and celebrate you. Thank you for joining. If you are not yet shared the link to this, if you're yet to share the link to this program, to this event this evening, do well to share the link also, because you do not want to miss out of the beautiful things we'll be learning this evening or morning, depending on what time you are watching us and what part of the world you're watching us from. All right, beautiful. So once again, you know our purpose in the Librarian Spotlight Africa program, and you know that we go about celebrating wonderful people right here in the Librarian Spotlight Africa from all over Africa and all over Africa, within and outside Nigeria. All right, going forward today on today's edition, we shall be bringing our host for today, and he is the person of Mr. Sylvester Ebhonu. He's always does amazingly well when it comes to selecting questions and asking our guests the right set of digital librarian, very keen in the digital field, in the AI field, and also doing well, going everywhere and teaching about the wonders of the artificial intelligence. And I will be here learning together with you while I transfer the microphone to Mr. Sylvester Ebhonu to pick up from where I stopped. I'll be seeing you around. And once more, you are welcome to the Librarian Spotlight Africa May edition. Over to Mr. Sylvester now. You are most welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Librarian Spotlight Africa today. This is the May edition, and we're excited to be featuring a very outstanding librarian. Victoria has given that introduction. Victoria, thank you for all the work you do in the Librarian Spotlight Africa. Victoria is an amazing PR person. She's a librarian. She's an MC. She's a video editor. She creates most of the content in the Librarian Spotlight Africa initiative. And we want to say thank you, Victoria, for all that you do. So today, I have the pleasure to inform us that our librarian of the month is backstage right now. She's awesomely ready, and we have a couple of questions we'll be asking her today. But before that, what we see now on the screen is our itinerary for today. I think maybe I should make it a little bigger. So this is what we have to do throughout the program today. At some point in this program, we'll have a surprise guest who will come on board to declare Madam Egwuibe as the Librarian of the Month for May. So, but before that, we are going to take some questions. We're going to learn more about her. So, I would like to welcome Mrs. Martina Egwuibe and Mrs. Martina. Good evening, Ma.
Good evening, my digital librarian. It's my pleasure being with you this evening.
Yes, we are excited to have you here today, Ma. How are you doing?
Yeah, very fine. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So, okay, yes, you are in Kaduna right now. So, how is Kaduna and everybody in Kaduna today?
Kaduna is fine. The weather is a little cold this evening, so but it's fine.
Okay, amazing. All right. So let's just go right into it. We want to help our participants today to meet you. So we're going to start first of all by introducing you to them through a documentary video that our team, led by Victoria, has produced. So the next voice you hear will be that of Victoria and Faith Hawose. They are the creatives behind all the wonderful work we do at the Librarian Spotlight Africa. So let us meet Madam Okwuchi.
This May, the Librarian Spotlight Africa proudly shines on Mrs. Martina Okwuchi Egwuibe as a Librarian of the Month. She is a purpose-driven librarian and literacy advocate whose transformative work in library development, community engagement, and information literacy has made a lasting impact across Kaduna State and beyond.
With over 20 years of dedicated service, Mrs. Martina Egwuibe currently serves as an assistant director and head of branch at the National Library of Nigeria, Kaduna. She holds multiple academic qualifications in library and information science, as well as information management, and is currently pursuing a PhD at Ahmadu Bello University in Zara. Throughout her career, she has actively served the Nigerian Library Association, Kaduna State Branch in various capacities, including PRO, Assistant Secretary and Secretary General. Her selfless and tireless commitment to the association has earned her the honorary title of Special Envoy. She's also the author of over 30 scholarly publications. She has organized literacy programs, book donations, mobile library services, and capacity reading workshops across Kaduna State. Her leadership has also seen the successful establishment of over 10 book clubs and support for more than 5 school libraries. Her advocacy stretches far beyond the shelves, collaborating with NGOs, schools, government agencies to integrate libraries into educational development. Her effort has earned her numerous commendations and awards, including the 2024 Reading Promoter and Exceptional Librarian Award and the 2025 Ambassador of Knowledge Recognition by the National Youth Council Kaduna Chapter. Mrs. Egwuibe is a proud wife and mother of wonderful children.
Please join us in celebrating an inspiring figure in Nigerian librarianship whose tireless advocacy for literacy, reading culture, and equitable access to information is shaping futures and empowering communities. Cheers to our remarkable Librarian of the Month for May 2025, Mrs. Martina Okwuchi Egwuibe.
Um, Amazing. Wow. 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 Pardon me. Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Pardon me. I don't know. My device is giving me a little challenge over here. There seems to be a delay in me in reception of my the whole thing. So, sincerely, when our team received your profile, when we learned about who you truly are, it was something that we were all marveled about. And a lot of questions came to my mind. Our team members were asking a lot of questions, and you're such an amazing librarian. You're such an amazing person. I celebrate you, Mar. And you're someone whom we see the works that you do. And Librarian Spotlight is about seeing the impact of librarians across Africa. We want to tell our own stories ourselves, right? And we want to blow our trumpet ourselves, and we want community to see, to know how much we contribute to national development. And you are one of such people who does that. So congratulations for being here today, Mara.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'd like to ask you a first question, because you're someone who we look up to. You've spent about 2 decades in librarianship. So I would like to find out what initially drew you to this profession. Like, what attracted you into this profession, and what has kept you in this profession after 20 years or so? That's the question.
All right, thank you very much. I would like to say I was initially not actually attracted to this profession. I had
Yes.
wanted to read law or mass comm, but unfortunately, the admission didn't come forth, and I was left with no option but to go into library science as directed by my uncle I was staying with. And after my first degree, actually, to be sincere, I feel ashamed, speaking outside when I'm with my peer that I read library and information science, simply because I didn't have any understanding of what librarianship was all about then. But when I got connected to the right person, my narrative and understanding about librarianship and about being a librarian changed. And that is when the best in me began to come out. So I will just tell you that from the beginning, it wasn't my desire, but as time goes on, I was connected to a right person who was also a librarian, who I looked at and I listened to, and I see things she was doing then, and my understanding and orientation changed. And that was what has been pushing me and has kept me till this day to enable me achieve what I've been able to achieve.
Amazing. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, and there's something I saw in that documentary where you were described as a special envoy in NLA Kaduna State chapter. Please, what does that honorary title mean to you? Why was it given to you? Why did they describe you as special envoy? And how did it come about? I don't know if you could tell us briefly about it.
Yes, that special envoy. In fact, I've worked with NLA Kaduna chapter over a decade. From PRO 1, PRO 2, assistant secretary, and not. It's one thing to have a position, and it is another thing to impact through that position. So that is
Exactly.
what I was actually doing. I was having that position, and I was using those positions to impact both in the association and in humanity outside librarianship. So, and
Wow.
at the end, what actually gave me that special envoy after the last tenure, and they were to elect a new chairperson, and I was told to come out. I told them no, I have other things I am running. So, they are like, you can't escape us. You have to continue to be with us, to do that which you know how to do best. No, in order to capture me and engage me to continue to be there, I was not given this title. There's no way they will not allow me to carry all that I have to walk away. So that was what gave birth to the title Special Envoy.
Special envoy. Amazing, amazing. Huge, beautiful service you've committed, and everything you've done for the NLA and for librarianship in Kaduna State. Time will not permit me. There are some video clips I would like to check quickly. Perhaps I saw those video clips on your on your Facebook page. And you know what, Ma? It's it going through those clips and knowing the person that you are, it's difficult for someone to place a hold and say that what your typical day actually looks like. I mean, as a librarian, your role as a librarian, because the ordinary person would think that your role as a librarian is arranging books, taking care of books, and all that. But from what I see that you do so much, especially community based initiatives. Can you please tell us about your perspective of librarianship? How do you see librarianship?
Yeah, thank you very much. I would like to, like I just told you from the introduction, I said I originally did not venture into librarianship. I entered there as a result of when the preferable is not available, the available becomes preferable. That was what took me to
Exactly.
librarianship. And I began
Yeah.
to excel when, after some years of graduation, when I now met the right person, my
Mm,
orientation changed. So, and
mm,
when my orientation changed, I had to go back to my books. I have to go back to reading. I have wasted 4 years. So I was thinking then, but I had to begin to understand that, oh, those 4 years were not wasted. I need to begin to understand who is a librarian and what is librarianship. What are the roles that librarians are supposed to play in the community, in the society, in the nation, both locally and globally? In the course of my research, that was when I began to be informed. That was when I began to be knowledgeable. That was when I began to widen my horizon about librarianship. And I now discovered that librarianship is not all about sitting down, putting books on the shelf, and waiting for an individual to come and tell you, I need this. You walk up from your seat and go to the shelf
mm.
and bring out the book. As a librarian, and librarianship is all about a transformation,
Yeah.
building. You know,
So,
you put people, you transform people, and you don't just sit down in the library there waiting for somebody to come to you to build him or her or to transform him or her. You are actually in the library for those who are already advanced, coming to you to inquire for one information or the other. Your other activity or passion should also be for the community, especially the less privileged, the underserved. Librarians need to begin to understand that we are actually meant for the underserved, for the underprivileged. So when I get to have this understanding, that was what actually pushed me. And being a librarian, people will say, she's a wife, she's a mother, she's a civil servant. Yes, your passion will help you to map out your timetable. When you're
exactly.
passionate because you understand what you are doing, you don't tell your house, you don't leave the family to suffer because, oh, you want to serve the community. You don't leave the house to suffer because, oh, I want to be the best in the office. No. When you know what you are into, when you have that passion, you have that understanding, you can sit down and draw your timetable. When you draw your timetable and you follow it passionately, you need to be focused. If you are not focused, you cannot achieve. You can't be here and there. What is your aim? What do you intend to achieve? Who are
Mm,
those other your clients? Who are your participants? Who are the group you want to impact, and which area do you want to impact them? When you know
mm.
all this information, it helps you to plan your timetable. It helps you to plan yourself that none of this, the home, the office, and the advocacy work, none of them, suffers. So it is
Yeah.
your own understanding of what you're doing. You can really not go far. You can really not do well.
Exactly, exactly. It's I'm really excited to know your perspective of what librarianship is, and it's really amazing to hear those thoughts you've shared, and you've given some great advices, some great advice. Now take a look at the picture on the screen. I have so many other pictures, but on today's edition, we want to try to see how we're going to be as fast as possible. There are many other pictures I have before me right here. And I want to know, Ma, from what we've seen that you've done, what we've heard, you've led over 10 book clubs and countless literacy programs. you have special days, you have celebrated special days like International Women's Day, International Mother's Tongue Day. I think I have a video here. I wish I could play many of all this content right now of you speaking your mother language and teaching people using through the National Library of Nigeria and all these things you promote. So I would like to know, what would you say is the most memorable moment from all these engagements that you carry out? And how does it make you feel at the end of the day, carrying out all this service to humanity?
Yes, thank you very much. Actually, it makes me fulfilled. It makes me fulfilled. It makes me happy because a lot of people out there, to their layman understanding, librarians are nobody. Librarians are, what do? They went to university to wait 4 years and they're only just sit down in the library. I get fulfilled because I am telling the world that librarianship is not what they think librarianship is. I am telling the world that librarians are very, very important. In fact, we are more important than the lawyer, the medical doctor. Like I always tell them, when they come to my library, and I tell them, I say, without me, the librarian, you wouldn't have achieved what you're able to achieve now. And they will say, why? I said, because no man can boast having every book that is needed by him or her in at his or her beck and call, you know. So you need to come to the library for me to provide the right information resources that will help you excel in your academics. And when I tell them this, you see them laughing. If I go to court for subpoena and I'm called to that their small course and I begin to speak and you see some of the judges and I say, Madam, you would have gone to read law. I say, no, I am confident and I am proud to be a librarian because you passed through me to be able to be the lawyer that you are today. So that is why I keep preaching. The young ones try to understand what librarianship is all about. If you do not understand what librarianship is all about, you will be ashamed. And when you're even called upon, you cannot deliver. So I am proud to be a librarian, and all these activities I've been able to carry, I am very proud and fulfilled because they are impacting. You know, it's one thing to hold program, it's another thing. The program you held, is it impacted? Has it impacted lives? Has it impacted one or two persons? So I am very, very proud because all my programs have been impactful.
Wow, amazing, amazing. But quickly, let me digress. Let me take another dimension to this question. As someone who has served in multiple capacity in the Nigeria Library Association, I would like to find out, how important do you think participating in your association? Let's say even if you are a lawyer, you are a doctor, in this case you are a librarian. How important is participating in your association or serving your association? How important does this contribute to the growth of your own self as a librarian? Right? This is the question. I'm asking this question because it seems that the current strength of our association, the Nigerian Library Association, it doesn't reflect the actual strength of the people that are practicing librarianship in this country. So let me assume that we have up to 50,000 librarians in Nigeria, but in the association, you find out perhaps that only about 6,000 members are committed in this association. What do you say generally about this?
Yeah, thank you very much. Having served in different capacity in Kaduna State chapter, and yes, I forgot. Also, currently the vice chairperson in Kaduna chapter. Also, I'm currently the vice chairperson for Aulin Kaduna chapter. Yeah, honestly, it has been amazing. It has been wonderful. Like I keep saying, I said it has to do with understanding. If you have understanding of who you are, understanding your expectation, it helps you to move and move rightly. Serving in all this capacity has really helped me a lot. Why? When you serve in your professional association, you get connected. Remember from the introduction, I told you I had a different understanding and orientation about librarianship and being a librarian until I met the right person, until I got connected to the right person.
Exactly.
So that is the same problem. So when you are whether you are serving, in fact, it doesn't have to be with you serving in any position. For the fact that you are in Kaduna State and you are a librarian, it is expected of you to connect to your professional association and being a member, a full member, not just my name is there, but I am not always present. Being a full member, participating and having one position or the other, it has helped me to connect rightly. It has helped me to network.
Exactly. Exactly.
It has helped me to build capacity.
Exactly.
It has helped to build in me. It has instilled further confidence in me. Why? I could remember one conference I went to, and I sponsored myself because most librarians will like, my office is not sponsoring me, therefore you won't go. You're doing yourself. I have sponsored myself to several conferences and workshops. I'm a certified librarian today. It's myself. And by the time you go out, you meet those who have been in the profession before you. You learn from them. You connect. You network. You ask questions. You get contact. And even after the conference, you still continue to discuss. You still continue to interact. And by so doing, you are building yourself. There are so many things you wouldn't have known through that conference. You'll be uplifted. There are so many connections that could have helped you to go further through the conference, through those who have been there before you. You'll be able to do what? Shoot out forward, like the way the right person I connected with helped me to move out of my shell. So it is a very good one. It's very, very relevant that you participate in your professional association. And remember, in all these programs, there are workshops, there are conferences, there are seminars. So when you attend, there is no program you attend that you don't have a take home from it. Then if you attend program and you don't have any take home, it means you just went there to look for friends or for your friends that you want for you to pay you. So I don't believe in going for any program, workshop, or conference like the one forthcoming. I am going because I want to know at the end of the day, I am taking back something home that will come back to begin to ponder upon to see how it can help me to do better than what I have been doing before I attended the program. So it is good. So coming by those, maybe it not really reflecting in our recent librarian, no, I will, in that aspect, I will just encourage, thank God for the new ESCOs that will be coming in, more programs, more training, more strategies, because our librarians are so many out there and they are just not willing to come in. So I want to believe that by the time the new ESCO come in, they'll be able to re-strategize and begin to bring out programs, that will attract our members to come in and see. Because some people like me in those old years are still existing. When they come in, their orientation and understanding will be changed and they will begin to do better for themselves and for the profession and for the society.
Wow, amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Sincerely, I don't know what to say. I think I want to digress again. There's a question I want to ask you, but because of how eloquent you are, how fluent, how articulative you are, sincerely, you are just like I think the last time we had somebody like you on this Librarian Spotlight Africa program was last year, and the person of Dr. Fatima. There are only few of you in this country, including the president of the Nigerian Library Association, that believe in media. I've seen you interacting with different TV media stations, different pressmen. You interact with the media. Please, can you tell us, what do you tell them? What takes you to these TV stations? What takes you to these radio stations? Why do you trust and rely on the public media? Why do you use it?
Thank you very much. I will just briefly tell you, before now, I've been in Kaduna for over 10, 12, 15 years before becoming the head of branch. And I worked with 4 branches. Honestly, there were no programs. All these programs I'm having now, they were not there. And even when you come out and say something, like my late father taught me something, he said, please, wherever you find yourself, in as much, irrespective of how knowledgeable you are about something, do not outshine your best. I don't forget that advice from my late father. So you can only bring out idea It's not in your hands to implement it. So because you have a boss. So when it became my turn to become the head of branch for Kaduna, I was doing some programs, and when you go out, and people are like National Library. Are we new in Kaduna? And I'm like, how can people be saying it's National Library new in Kaduna? National Library that I knew in my university days in when I was in Zaria. And I had sat down and said, so what do I do? So I said, okay, I cannot begin to move from one place to the other on my own. I won't be able to achieve anything. I said, okay, the media is there. They have a wider coverage and they speak to the masses. What did I do? It has to do with sacrifice because the office is not giving you money for it. Nobody is giving you money for it. But because I wanted to make a change, I want to make a difference. A whole national library cannot be in Kaduna, and people are asking, "Oh, when I just come," and I was like, "Ah, no, 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 this shouldn't be." So I started visiting the media stations, both the TV, both the radio. Yes, then it cost me my personal money, and they will come cover my program. Before the program, I'll go to the studio. If it is for radio, if it's for TV, they will say this is what they take. But I'll plead. I said, please, it's a community program. Help me to give me a discount. It's a personal effort. And I begin to discuss with the directors, with the general manager, making my proposal. In fact, making proposals and writing proposal for partnership. So gradually, that was how I was able to capture them. And by the time they also attended program and they also hear it free of charge for me. And that is when their awareness began to move from one end to the other. And before you know it, I was everywhere. Before you know it, Kaduna, what, in fact, when
Wow.
Library Board of Kaduna State will say they have a program, they say, oh, is it National Library? But then it wasn't so. So the media is a very good system that anyone can use to showcase what he or she is doing. Yes, because
Exactly.
only you, in as much as I also use Facebook to showcase them, I discovered that how many of these people that I am impacting, how many of my Kaduna citizen members are on that my Facebook page? It's just few. It's only my friends who already
Yeah.
know what I'm doing. So why don't I go through Kaduna State Media Station, which is owned by Kaduna, all this Freedom Radio, Liberty Radio. So I had to start using them. And before you know, they were not the one marketing National Library Kaduna. They were the one now marketing Martina Okwuchi Egwuibe. That even when people come around say, "Oh, I'm looking for a person in National Library," people come around. So it is very, very important. But you have to be the one to penetrate. Bible, yes.
Exactly.
So you have to violently penetrate into them because you have a target and a goal to be able to achieve your desire.
Wow, amazing. I like that. So in the cases where you need to go violent, the cases where you need to lobby, you do the most appropriate one to achieve what you want. So pardon me, Ma, I'm not taking questions from, I'm just trying to be as fast as
Yes.
possible. But right now, I would like to, for us to, because there are librarians here. Let me mention some of them. There are some librarians that are watching us right now. I see John Ezra. John Ezra says, "Well done, mommy. You are such a distinguished librarian." And Essien says, "Keep on swearing, madam." And Betsy Oyeshola says, "Keep soaring higher and higher. We celebrate you always." Now, I'll explain why I'm sharing this. And then Madam Folashade Adepoju, she's behind the stage here, and she says, "Well done, Smart Tina. You are one librarian I admire greatly. You are a librarian and much more." Okay. So Victoria is saying, so Victoria has given so many snippets of all the tips you have shared here today. And Victoria is here cheering you up and saying, "Please tell them, ma." So Oyiza says, "Great job." So I'm just sharing with you that there are a lot of persons that are watching right now, and a lot of other people will watch later. I even see Ramatu. Ramatu is also saying, "Well done, ma." And I'm saying this because even when other librarians come to watch this as a replay, there's something I want you to give to them, ma. From all these things that you do, mobile library services, serving the underserved communities, they are all commendable. But if I want to venture this as a librarian, if I want to explore these areas that you explore, what challenges do you think I will face that you may have faced in this line of business, in quotes? How can I overcome this challenge and be like you and stand out like you in librarianship? Let's hear that from
Okay,
you.
thank you very much. It's very, very important. Let me begin to highlight some of the challenges that I encountered before I tell you how I was able to overcome. One of the challenges that I encountered is challenge of acceptance. Acceptance, because it is then assumed that National Library is not known. In fact, they are not known to, if some people know them, they just know them that they are just there. So when I started moving around, it was difficult for people to accept me. Number two, it was difficult for people to believe in what I am saying I want to do, or what the National Library wants to do in Kaduna. Then thirdly, the issue of finance, which was in fact the huge challenge, was finance. Then these are the key three challenges. There are so many there, but these are very key, because you can only do well in an environment where you are accepted. You can only do well in an environment where they believe in you that you can deliver. Then uh, when you have finance, you can do a lot. So these are the challenges I started encountering when I started as the head of branch. And it was not easy, actually. If I said it's easy, I'm not telling you the truth. It wasn't easy, especially being in a northern state, where Namune, is the major thing here. I don't know if you understand what I mean when I say Namune. That's our own, and I am not their own because I'm an Igbo woman. You understand? Yeah. So those are the challenges. That is their acceptance. That is the believing in you, and the fun challenge. But how did I begin to overcome this? When I discovered that, okay, for me to really be accepted, before somebody can think of supporting what you're doing, you need to create avenue for the person to really accept you first. That is when I now vigorously started pursuing the media. That's okay. The little I'm able to do, this media must showcase them, because when they showcase, it is not me, it's only me seeing it. It is not now my staff seeing it. It is now no longer some of those who know me in Kaduna, but it is the real original people of Kaduna State who are seeing and who are hearing. And the second thing, which is the fun, how do I overcome this fun issue? I have to tell myself, it's everything. You must sacrifice. And in my little stipend of salary, when I'm holding a program, I'll go to the radio and they will tell me, say, 30 minutes is 30,000. And you will see me, I'll become a beggar. I said, please help me, let me pay 15,000. And it's okay, we'll just help you, 20 minutes. Somebody will say, he was here before,
Yeah.
oh, she can talk too much. 20 minutes will be enough for her. And I'll say, please, just assist me. When I balance, I'll be paying the full money. Honestly, that was how I said. It's not funny, but that was exactly how I started. And I began to make friends with them. I will go to TV, I'll tell them, please, can I be on live? I want to speak to Kaduna people. They will say, madam, you can't pay. If you don't, you will have program that is related to library. You invite me, I'll come and talk. I kept, bringing programs out to them, telling the presenters, plan your program towards this. I was even the one giving them ideas. So when they have a program they are planning towards that, they say, madam, can you be I say, now I'm there. They say, no, not now, madam, tomorrow. I say, okay, fine. And by the time you go and you talk and you finish talking, and while you're inside the studio talking, you're hearing some round of applause right behind the scene. And as you're coming down from the seat, they're already giving you a clapping ovation. And you see, they will begin to
Wow.
pass the information to the directors. I say, no, we need to be bringing this woman on board each time we have program. So what have I done? I have been able to create acceptance. I have been able to create a platform for them to believe in me with my little sacrifice. So that is how I was able to penetrate, and that is how I've been able to do that. So for you, a librarian, no matter where you are, people will say, "Oh, Kaduna, no, it's because Kaduna is different from Toto place." No, it is you, the librarian, that will create that opportunity to make a difference. The things that are happening in National Library Kaduna wasn't happening here. 10, 20, 15 years I've been here before now. But I have to tell myself, every day you have to make a difference. We can't continue to be National Library Kaduna, sit down, they wait for pakam on the phone. And that is how. And I tell you now, I don't hustle for programs. I sit down in my office, I have a file. People will watch my program on Facebook. There was one picture you saw there. I was presenting a paper to Germany. They contacted me. Somebody called me that they saw me on the Facebook and they believe, I think it should be international education day or something. So that is why they were able to get my number, told me that please they want me to make a presentation to their member in Germany. And that was how I was able to do it. So as it stands now, I have sacrificed and I have created a platform for acceptance. I have created a platform for them to believe in me. When I go to an office, this is what I want to do. They don't doubt it. And another thing that also helped me a lot, I don't just sit down and wait for you to invite me. When I hear there is a program, I move. And I don't just move to go and sit down. You will see me, I'll go with one of my staff. Then my staff is there with me. I will drop something, a small thing on the paper, say, go and give to the MC. I want to talk. I need to tell them that a staff from National Library is here and that I have something. So, a presentation, and they're like, we didn't even invite her. And at the end of the day, you're being appreciated. What have you done? You have created awareness. You have
awareness.
So that is how I was doing. I go to book launch. Somebody say, I'm going to book launch. I say, oh, where? I say, National Library, they're supposed to invite them. I will be there. And by the time they're doing, I just raise my hand. Say, somebody wants to talk. I say, yeah, I'm from National Library of Nigeria. And there's a legal deposit act that said this. You make your potentiation. You say, I'm a fellow civil servant. We don't mention what we are giving. Maybe I'll just put 1,000 or 2,000 in the envelope. I say, National Library is supporting. What have you done? Created. So that is how I tell young librarians, I'm not waiting for Sylvester to come and market me. I should be the one to market myself.
Yeah, market yourself. That's true.
Activities and services. You don't wait for somebody to come and this librarian, he's very this. I know it is you that will do that. From what you do, people see. Exactly. So as it starts now, the activities and the work is actually very easy for me, easy going, because I sit down in the office and somebody walks and I say, Madam, please can you give me proposal?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know if we give you this opportunity, you keep sharing. And sincerely, if librarians know the right thing to do right now, they will take notes of these things that you have said. They will come back and watch this video. You've shared very useful insights. So at this point, I want to let us know that we are about to declare Madame as the Librarian of the Month. But before we do that, I'm going to ask her a final question. And the question, Ma, I want you to answer the question in 1 minute. And the question is this: what advice, or you know what? I'm giving you 1 minute to answer 2 questions for opportunity, because I know there are people who wants to know. The National Library has branches across Nigeria. One of those branches is what you heard. What do you people do basically in the National Library branch? What is the responsibility? So briefly just highlight a few.
At the state branches, we have so many activities that we do, and the majority of them is that we serve the public. We provide the information, we provide selective dissemination of information, we process ISBN, ISSN, we go for subpoena, and we organize programs like readership promotion campaign. I personally organize seminars and workshops for printers and publishers to create awareness, because bibliographic control and legal deposits is very, very important and key to both the author and with the librarian and to National Library as a whole. And most importantly, for myself, I have a very passionate love for advocacy. in diverse ways.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Back to the final question. What advice would you give to a young librarian, especially women, female librarians also, who wish to combine public service, advocacy like you, and impact the way you are doing? 1 minute, just 1 minute.
Yeah,
What advice would you
I would
give to
like
them?
to advise my fellow women librarians, have passion for your profession, love your family, and prioritize your office because that is your primary assignment. When you understand the expectations of these 3 circles, plan yourself, plan your timetable, and work towards your timetable and share the passion. But your number one passion is for your office work and for the family, and you're good to go.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Mark, at this point, I would like you to just, your camera, look at the camera. I think it's cutting your head. If you could bend your camera. Okay, good. Maybe you could go back a bit so we see you more. I'm inviting Ramatu. Ramatu is going to invite for us a surprise guest, someone who is going to present a certificate to you as a librarian of the month. And then by the time she does that, we will excuse her and then come back to take a vote of thanks because you have done extremely well today. So, and sincerely, I'm so excited for this session. Victoria is just here blushing and she's such an inspiration. We're celebrating her. Anyway, let us hear from Madam Ramatu in 1 minute. Ramatu, and then you invite our
Wow,
surprise
wow,
guest.
wow. My mentor and professor, I'm following your footsteps. Keep the good work. And our surprise guest today is nobody than Mrs. Mofe. Lola Mofe is our surprise guest tonight. So Lola from UK, we say you are welcome on board. Hello, Mother Lola.
Okay. All right, surprise, surprise.
Auntie Martina, I know you'll be very surprised. It's such a great delight and honor to be the one to present this certificate to you. You know, quickly, she has said everything about herself. She has showcased who she is, and that is who she is. I call her Auntie me, although she's my senior colleague before I left National Library of Nigeria to United Kingdom. She's my senior colleague. She's a close friend. She's a sister. She's passionate. She's tenacious. She's determined, persistent, and consistent in everything that she's doing. And from everything that she has said, I know that she has presented herself as who she is. So I have the honor this evening to present to you. I will still put Auntie Martina Okwuchi Egwuibe as the Spotlight Liberia for the month of May. So can we give her a round of applause? She's doing really, really great. She's doing well.
Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing,
and before I leave, I
amazing.
want to also appreciate the digital librarian. I was watching you closely before I left Nigeria. I'm on transit, so you might be hearing some little noises from the background. Before I left Nigeria, I was watching you from afar. Though I've had like 2 contacts with you. You know, you are creative. You are who you say you are. You are the digital librarian. Thank you for bringing up the Spotlight Librarian platform, you know, to showcase what librarianship is, not only to Nigeria, but globally. You are doing very, very well. You are creative, you are innovative. God will continue to lift you. Well done and well done. And I also want to say a big shout out to my big sister, Folashade Adekoju. Thank you for all you do for Liberia. You know, I'm still a librarian anyway,
Yeah.
though I'm off for a while now, but I'm still a librarian. And I will be so glad at any point in time, if you need my help, if you need to call me for anything, please do not hesitate. I love you all. By the grace of God,
We love you too.
librarianship will grow to become what it is in other climes in Nigeria. I believe so, by the grace of God, with
Amen.
Amen.
everything that you
Amen.
all are doing. Number two, I see you too. Well done. You are doing well. Well done. Well done. So love
Thank
you
you,
all.
ma.
I'll
Thank
say bye for night.
You-
Yeah, bye.
thank you very
We
much.
love
Yeah.
Love
you
you too and
too.
miss you.
We love you. Thank you for taking out time for this. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your love, all your support. God
Amen.
bless
Yeah,
you. Thank
bye.
you. Bye. Have a great time. So, Madam Martina, you've heard from one of your mentees, and she has said that you deserve this award. So, on behalf of the Librarian Spotlight Africa, for your exemplary work, your exemplary achievement, and exceptional contributions to education, to advocacy, to community development, and libraries, everything you do, all these have garnered widespread admiration and recognition. And because of that, today we are presenting you this plaque to say thank you for everything you do. Thank you for being amazing. And God bless you. And you're the librarian of this month, and we are so happy. Madam Shade tried to join, but she couldn't. So I'm just going to feature, there are some other people who have dropped comments here. Dr. Fidela Wong is here. She said, yes, so we are so proud of your achievement in Kaduna State. And Mr. Patrick is here. He has sent words of congratulations to you. Um, Mohammed is saying, greater you, ma. Thank you very much. And we have Victoria also saying, you don't wait for someone to market you, you market yourself. And these are words, you see that they are very huge lessons that you have shared here with us today that we can never forget. So at this point, I would like to ask if Madam Ramat, okay, before we come back to Madam Ramatu, let's find out if Madam Egwuibe has a reaction to all this before we go. Sorry, your mic is mute. Your mic is mute. Let me unmute it for you, please. Let me do that for you. All right, now
Yeah,
you
I
can
said
speak, ma'am.
I'm really, really excited. I'm so honored. In all this, I'm just talking to myself. Is it me? That is it really me? But yeah, I am honored and I'm privileged to be nominated or to be seen all the way to Kaduna State. What I do for passion. I don't do it for reward. Ramatu know me very well. All I don't do for people to praise me. I just have passion for impacting. I'm a very innovative and creative person. So I sincerely want to appreciate everything. Thank you, my beloved junior sister. Thank you, Ramatu. Thank you, all my senior colleagues and my colleagues and again my children. I sincerely appreciate everyone. I'm more to do. Please have this passion, profession, and you will go places. So much.
Man, thank you. Thank you so much. So, Ramatu, can we have any closing remarks from you, Ramatu, in 1 minute
Once
before we
again,
close?
before
Ramatu.
I go on before I go to my
Hello,
closing
Madam
remarks.
Ramatu.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
please go on.
Okay, I said
Yes,
before the
please go
closing
on.
remarks, election is around the corner. Nigerian librarians, please, let's vote wisely. Let's look at, okay, let's vote for wisely and on behalf of on behalf of Spotlight Africa, we say thank you for your time. I really appreciate you being present here. I would love to see you next month, same time, and you see our poster for more information. I will be spotlighting another librarian next month. And again, we have our page. You can go through our page. You are free to nominate the librarian you think has the capacity to be spotlighted. Once again, on behalf of Librarian Spotlight Africa, we say thank you for your time and let's have a good weekend. Thank you.
Okay. So before we go, I would like to briefly mention something Madam Ramatu has just reminded me about. So if you check on your screen now, you're going to see there's the advert of our national conference coming up soon. So, and let me just put that on the screen for us to see. The Nigerian Library Association holds a conference, just one conference every year. And this year, we're going to be having the 63rd edition. So please share this video with everyone and inform everyone about this conference. It's a conference you do not want to miss. It's a very important conference with the theme, the fifth industrial revolution and the future of library and information service delivery in a changing world. So it's a very, very important conference, and let us do well to be at Edo State Heartbeat 2025 for this conference. So once again, I want to also let us know that if you are a librarian, if you are a doctor, whatever, regardless of your profession, and you're watching this live stream right now, and you are concerned about your digital presence, okay? You're concerned about your digital presence. You want to learn how to use LinkedIn to brand yourself, your professional or career branding, and gain global visibility. We have a masterclass coming up in March. After this stream, we are going to post all those links for you to watch those, for you to register for those events. So having said that, I would like to use this opportunity to thank all our members of team. As we see on the screen, we see all of you who have participated. Let me check on the comment section again. There's a last video I'm going to play for us to see, so please don't go. There's a video I'd like to share with us. So I would like to say thank you to the Nigerian Library Association for the support that we enjoy. Also, I would like to say thank you to the Librarian Spotlight Africa team. I would like to say thank you to Mulugeta in Ethiopia for all that he does, and also to all African librarians who subscribe to everything that we do. And we want to say a special thank you to LibTech, who has provided us some support in they believed in us when we started this program, and they provide support for what we do. So we want to say thank you to LibTech, and before we leave, we will share a little information. So now we are all through. I just want to go through the comments, Madam Martina, to see people's comments. Dr. Fidelia says, Bini, here we come. Celebrate our own in the house. Try and vote the right candidate. Yes, she's talking about the elections. And Muhammad is saying, kudos, Ma. Muhammad Umar is saying, kudos, Ma. Ekuribe is also saying, super congratulations. And she's saying, so proud of you, big sis. So there are a lot of people here saying, congratulations. And with this, we want to say thank you, everybody, for being here. Before we go, we will just play this information for you to learn, and we'll say good night. So, Madam Martina, thank you so much for everything. And we want to say, yes, Ramatu is bringing up her boy. Thank you, everybody. Madam Martina, thank you so much for your time. I know, I think her mic is mute. Let me unmute it so that she can say goodbye to everyone. We can hear you now. Madam Martina, will you say goodbye to everyone?
Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye to everyone. Let's enjoy our weekend.
All right. Okay, so this information is for all librarians who want to automate their libraries, and you are looking for a cost-effective solution. This information.
Before we get started, I'd love to quickly share a library solution offered by one of our sponsors, a Lagos-based company transforming libraries in Africa through technology. LibTech has over 15 years experience in executing library projects across the country. And here's one of their projects implemented at the Department of Geology, University of Ibadan, as you can see on the screen. They've actually developed an integrated library software called Active Shelf, which helps to integrate local collections, open access resources, and paid subscriptions. As you can see, the interface presenting results in one search so that your library users do not have to move from one platform to another when doing their research. If you purchase this solution, you actually gain access to over 1 million free ebooks and journals for your institution, cutting across different disciplines. Active Chef can be customized to suit your organization's brand, and for this particular demonstration, this interface is that of the Nigerian University of Technology and Management, Lagos State. Finally, I would love you to know that Active Chef also comes with a back-end interface that helps the library carry out automation activities like user management, cataloging with Z39.50 protocol, local external data export, and circulation operations. So on the screen now, you can see our core benefits of LibTech solutions. And for further information, we would love to recommend you take a screenshot and reach out to them via the contact information showing right now.